What's up, guys? I haven't come at you with a video in a long time because really I haven't played that much in real life. But recently I've been playing a Raccoon deck, and with the end of the format and the new one coming, I've decided to play something a little bit more fun with it. But it's ended up doing pretty well, and the April format list just came out, and nothing's really changing with the game that much. But I'll get into this deck, and I'm going to start with the extra deck because that'll help me explain some of my main deck choices, and it'll help make sense in your mind why I'm maining some of the cards I'm maining. So I'm going to start with the extra deck. Again, this is Raccoons, and for the April 2014 format. So here we go. To start, I play 2 Divine Knight Dragon Felgrand. It's the main rank 8 target of the deck. This deck can make rank 8s really easily, and so I play 2 of this guy, and he's just a pain for your opponent to get around. There's 2 of him. You play 1 Alcai, the Sylvian High Protector. It's just good for spinning stuff. It's another rank 8 target. There's a lot of instances where this is good to spin a card and push for game. It's also a pretty big defender if that ever comes into play. But really, it's just he's there to just spin stuff. You play 1 Heliopolis just for its game-ending plays. Really, I mean, it's 3,000 attack, but it's really there just for its game-ending plays. That's the only reason. Then you play 3 of your Sandeus, and with your level 8s and rank 8s, this deck is a little more aggro than the regular Raccoon deck. But what it does is it's basically a mini Draco Sack, but your tokens are always coming out at 28, 3,000, 31, etc. So there's play 3 copies of that. Then you get into the Synchros. You play Junk Warrior because of the Junk Synchron shenanigans. The tokens can get huge, so he can get really big in this deck. He's there to just push. You play Naturia Beast for your Obedient Schooled shenanigans. You play Armades because it's the best generic level 5 synchro, and it stops a lot of things like Bujin Crane. It stops stuff like Abyssland, and it stops, you can't Mirror Force or anything when you attack with it. So yeah. You play Barkion because this deck can go into it, and you have the extra deck space. You play Black Rose. There's been a few times where I've had to go into it, so it's really good to have. You play Crimson Blader. Now, especially, you have Heretics are still going to be one of the better decks. So this is a really good card against stuff like that. You play Gigantic Castle because it's level 9 and only requires 1 non-tuner monster, so that is very key in this deck, actually. And you play 1 Leo. Alright, so that's the extra deck. Let me get into the main deck. I'm going to start off with your Raccoon engine. So I play 3 Baby Raccoon Ponpoko, followed by 3 Baby Raccoon Tantan. This guy gives you this guy, and then you just plus off of it. He's probably the better Raccoon to draw and everything, but he's a setup card. So play 3 Tantan. Then I play 3 Elephant. Again, here in a few minutes you'll understand why. But I play 3 Elephant. It is a very subpar card, but you use it because of being a tuner. And in this deck, you'll notice that even if you dead draw, you can still normal it and overlay for number 64. You play 2 Kalatosa to benefit off of the Tantan, the pop cards. You play 1 Wind Up Kitten because it is a 1 card out to a lot of threats, and it's just synergetic being a level 2 beast with Obedient School. You play Key Mouse. It's a situational card, but it's a good card. It's a decent first turn set to get your engine going, and then if you know your opponent has Valor, you can always just Obedient School, go to this, just go for a straight Naturia Beast, which is really good. So yeah, this is actually it's a decent card, and it's, yeah. Anyway, Play 2 Junk Synchron for the big plays it can create. Most of your deck is Earth, so you play the Redox. This allows you to go into your level 8 synchros easier, and just allows for spams, and Junk plus him equals Leo, and then him plus Elephant equals Gigantic Castle, which is at level 9, which requires one other non-tuner. So you play 3 Beast King Barbaros. We're in the level 8 section of the deck. You play 3 Beast King Barbaros for Leo plays, really. If you play Obedient School in this, in the same turn, you can have number 64, a Leo, and a 3100 token on the board. So it's very aggro. Also, it's pretty easy to play Obedient School, tribute all 3 for Barbaros, and nuke your opponent's field. I've done that a couple of times for a game. It's pretty sacky. So yeah, play 3 Barbaros. The next monster is 3 Mythic Water Dragon. That combos very well with Barbaros, letting you go into your rank 8 place. It also combos with Elephant, letting you go into your Leo. Wow. Also with Key Mouse, it lets you go into Gigantic Castle. So it's always pretty much a live card. So you play 3 of him, and your last level 8 of the deck is Ancient Gear Gajilton Dragon. This build is more of an aggro deck, so you want to be sure your pushes go through, so you main Royal Decree. So since you're not playing that many traps, you can afford to play some other things in the deck, such as the Gear Town engine. Your last 2 monsters are the 2 Effect Veilers. Spells, you play 3 Space Typhoon, 3 Terraforming, 3 Gear Town, and 1 Closed Forest. The Closed Forest is there because it makes the most sense for this deck. It's good in certain matchups. It makes your Naturia Beast and Leo even more beefy. It's really there just because it's the one that makes most sense for the Beast guys. So that's why I play it. Your last 3 spells are your 3 Obedient Schooled, and then your 3 traps are your 3 Royal Decrees. The deck is a lot of fun. It can spam rank 8s pretty easily. It can spam tokens. It can spam beasts. It can do quite a bit of different things, and it's a lot of fun to play. Felgrand by itself is a very, very good card, and this is one of the decks outside of the Hieratic deck with the Mythic Dragons that can drop it consistently. It's one of those things that I saw and I decided to go for, and it's paid off so far. I'm not going to go through a side deck because I'm still working on it, but this is what I'm going with for the start of the April 2014 ban list. So yeah, questions, comments, leave them in the section below, and later.